Weight Watchers now offers access to affordable GLP-1s.
Weight Watchers has everything I need, from weight loss medications to nutrition support and help with my side effects.
With our program, our members are losing more weight with expert nutrition and side effect support.
Weight Watchers prescribing GLP-1 medications, it's been life-changing.
Better results, expert support, lose more weight, make it last. Get started today for as low as $25 at WeightWatchers.com.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
I'm here on a job site with Tim, who owns his own electrical contracting business.
3 employees and 2 work trucks.
Tim traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance. We're positively here where he needs us most.
They sure are.
With step-by-step help on all his insurance needs, all for shockingly low rates.
Shockingly low, huh?
Just a little bit of electrician humour. Do you get it?
I got it.
You know, it feels like we have a real connection. All right, I'll stop.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday Face-Off. I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee at the USA Hockey Meetings, the annual Congress. Awesome time getting to reconnect with a bunch of different people. And it's Friday Face-Off time, guys. And I'm really excited about this one because I'm going to start this one with a story. And then I want to talk about just some positive stuff going on in the hockey world. And so this story, a couple weeks ago, my dad, who helps run the Ice Dogs youth hockey organization here in Chicago, Vernon Hills, Illinois, to be exact, they did a puck cancer game. They did a puck cancer game and they actually did a puck cancer whole initiative where they bought jerseys that were purple and white for all of their teams. And they all played throughout the weekend, just raising awareness for childhood cancer. They ended up raising over $20,000 for some amazing initiatives. And with that, one of the events of the weekend was a coaches game. So all the coaches in the youth organization went on the ice and they made a whole big deal of it. They packed the stands with all the players. Like it was a ton of fun. And so actually a buddy of mine from high school who lives in the town over, he brought his son to the game. And what's up, Henry? And he was starting his little Blackhawks Learn to Play the next day. And he's like obsessed with hockey, loves being on the ice, always at home asking his dad. And his dad wasn't a hockey guy. His dad was actually a soccer guy. Just absolutely loves the game. So he texts me. He's like, hey, I'm bringing Henry to the coaches game. Are you playing in it? And I was like, actually, yeah, I am. And so he's like, awesome. We'll see you there. And I'm like, hey, like just thinking about like NHL stuff, right? And he's 4, so he probably thinks this is the NHL. So I'm like, just bring him to the glass during warmups and I'm going to throw him a puck. And so he's like, sweet, that's awesome. And so warm-ups is going on. I see him in the stands. I bring him over, and I throw a puck to Zach, my buddy, who gives it to his son, Henry. And I get a text from Zach the next day. He's like, dude, like Henry's over the moon. Like he's taking his puck everywhere. This is unbelievable. So game happens. It was awesome. It was a ton of fun. We actually tied the game with 10 seconds left in the game. So it was like it was just so much fun. However, I went into the locker room after the game and checked out my phone, and I had a text from my beautiful wife. And in that text, she was basically like, your 4-year-old daughter, Celia, who is also obsessed with hockey, is not very happy with you. You better bring a puck home because she didn't get the puck. And so I was like, uh-oh. So I brought the puck home. I gave it to her the next morning. She was obsessed with it. She brought it to school for show and tell that the next week. She has slept with it. We go down in the basement and she doesn't want to use the ball anymore. She wants to use the hockey puck. And so what I wanted to talk about on Friday Face Off is just like, if you've listened to our podcast long enough, you know how important we think mentorship is. We think mentorship is such an important piece of the game. Older players, like just helping the younger players to fall in love with it through just supporting them and just being great kind of teammates and being a great steward of the organization. And so I wanted to ask you, because I know you're big on this stuff too, but like, how important do you think that those kinds of things are with especially the youngest of the youngest kids that are coming into the game, just using older players and doing little things like that to really get kids to fall in love with it?
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember being that little kid, going to the game and somebody giving you a puck, and it meant the world to you. Or you get a broken stick. Let me get a stick. Let me get a stick. When the guys are coming off the ice, to give you a high five as they're going out to the game, a junior team that you're watching or whatever, and you're in, middle school or elementary school. And it just used to be the coolest thing ever. And then I remember getting to juniors and some guys like being upset when we would have to like do an autograph signing at the mall or like hold a skate with the fans.
Oh, I'm not going to the mall.
No, I'm not going to the mall later, Billy. Rurudo. And I just remember like guys complaining about it. And I would always be like, man, I was that little kid. And like, I thought it was so cool when the guys would sign my hat or skate around with us after a game for a public skate with the fans and stuff like that. And I was always like, well, my mom and dad always like said stuff like to make you sign every single autograph. You wait till every fan is gone. I don't care what level you're at. Like you do that, like they're there. And then as I got older, I realized, well, there's probably no junior leagues without fans. College hockey isn't as big without fans. There's definitely no professional sports if there are no fans paying for the tickets. And I just kept like realizing that. So I think that, just wanted to talk about today after Toph had that story. Like if you're a player, like do those cool things, stay after and sign an autograph if you're in juniors or college or pro, or you got little kids, coming to games, give them a puck during warm-ups, like all those little things. If you're a midget player and you're in an organization with, younger players, every now and then ask a coach to jump out there. Every now and then ask if you can come in and speak to them and just, whatever. Like there was a video of the AAA Blues here about a month ago where the oldest team was hyping up the younger team going out for their game. And it was so freaking cool. I got so hyped up. Like it just, brought me back. And I was like, man, if I was one of those younger kids and the older boys came in, the big guys, the oldest guys in the org, and they're cheering for us and they're going nuts, how cool that feels. And like, I feel like, in a sense, like to me, like that's always what hockey was that type of camaraderie, that type of ness. And, I feel like we got to get back to that. So if you're a young player listening to this or a coach or a parent, if you're in a position where you're older, you're the guy that the people are looking up to. It doesn't matter if it's a squirt to a midget, a squirt to a peewee, a junior player to a bunch of little kids, a pro, like do everything you can to make the game special for those players coming up after you, because they'll never forget it. And, hopefully then they're going to want to pass that on, and we keep the greatness in this game just because we kind of, pay it forward every year. So.
Yeah, it really is paying it forward. That's a great way of putting it, because you're instilling a bit of a love in a game of somebody else. And I know for me, like I would say at some point in my junior hockey career, I started this and I did it probably every game until I retired as a pro. In warmups, I did what I did. Like I would take a puck and I would throw it up over the glass to a kid every game, because for me, it just like made me feel really good too, because you would see just the eyes of the kid just like, get really wide, and the smile, and then like the hug of their mom or their dad or whatever. And then it was tough sometimes where there was like a sibling that was right there too, and you have to like go get another one and put two over. But honestly, like little things like that, I think about like high school programs, and even like if you're, on the ice as a midget player, or you're in high school and maybe you got a two sheet ice arena and you see a young practice going on in the other sheet, just go out there for like 5 or 10 minutes and just just tool around with the kids, like it's amazing how much that matters, and that's something that they'll remember. That's something that they'll talk about. And eventually that's something that hopefully they pay forward as they get a little bit older. And now they are in that spot. And like we always talk about when we were growing up, like our heroes were like the U18 players in our organization, just like in Minnesota, the high school players are they're gods. Right. And so, yeah, there's just, we are all about growing the game. We are all about developing passion for this greatest game on the planet. And the best thing that you can do is like taking your players, the young players, to have some of that effect on even the younger players that are in the area. Like there's just so much value that goes to that.
I mean, it's just, it's like you said, it's paying it forward. It's giving that. Think about it. Think like if you're an older player or you're a coach, like you had those moments. I know you did. Somebody gave you a stick. Somebody gave you a jersey. Somebody gave you a piece of equipment. Somebody threw a puck over the glass. You caught a puck at a game and you never forgot it. And it made you just love the game of hockey. You, as an older player or at a higher level, you can be that for somebody else. And you could do it pretty much every game. And so it's like, why wouldn't you do that for the game? It's not like it's not doing anything for you. I understand that, but it's doing something for others, and they're going to love it forever. And you're giving them an experience. And I don't know. I just think that should be like something that's preached at the higher level. It's not like you're not making a show out of it. You don't get anything crazy. You just grab a puck and you throw it to the kid behind the glass, give him a smile, give him a bump on the glass as you're going off for warmups. It's not going to mess up your pregame routine. It's not going to, do anything like that. You're not making it about you. You're making it about that kid. And guess what? Also, like that kid's a fan of hockey for life now. So like, just what does that do for the game if we keep doing things like that all the time in all different situations that we can think of? Older player going out to a younger player's practice once a month, even, it's just, what does that do for the organization? What does that do for the culture? What does that do for the love of the game moving forward?
Yeah. And if you're an older team and there's a younger group that's like playing right after you, like form like the line, and as they're going out there. I've seen that on social media, and kids are so jacked to go out and play. And it's just, yeah, man. ELE. What is that? Everyone love everyone. Let's go.
Everybody love everybody and share the damn show.
All right, guys, time's up. Share it.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile. And you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
No, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.